Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. After the data download, of course, we do have the celebration containing the Dokkan Fest Path to Power Goku. All the celebration details are pretty much the exact same as they were on JP. The banner doesn't have any discounts. I can't imagine a lot of you are summoning on that banner, even though Path to Power Kid Goku is very, very good, and so is the side banner Hachan that goes with him. But the one thing that is coming to Global that JP didn't get, but JP will probably get in a few weeks, knowing how they do things, is we're going to be getting the EZA for the LR Super Saiyan God Goku. Well, for me, it's going to be on the 8th of February, so literally in a week's time, along with the EZA for Kid Goku. Now, the original celebration on JP, of course, they received the EZA for Kid Goku. It came with the celebration that contained the Path to Power Kid Goku as well. But after the voting that you remember we had, I think at the back end of last year, we had the voting poll on Twitter where Dokkan said, do you want an EZA LR Super Saiyan God Goku, or do you want the EZA for LR Beerus and Whis? Goku won by quite a big margin, and he's going to be coming in a week's time with Kid Goku, so I'm very, very excited for that. I'm really intrigued to see what they do with him, especially because his kit right now, while it's nowhere near the current power curve, and nowhere near the current meta, he does have a good foundation and a good base they can build upon. Not only that as well, considering a lot of global first EZAs within like a week or two later, that EZA then appears on JP. This God Goku has to compete and be in line of the standard of where they're currently going now, which is during the 8th anniversary. So because they'll be getting it probably in a couple weeks time, he needs to be good enough to actually be viable on JP, and of course the details aren't going to be different between both versions, so there is potential that LR Super Saiyan God Goku is going to be very, very good, like probably up there as one of the stronger EZAs in the game, just because of when JP are going to be receiving, or because this is a global first, they're going to make him decent or okay, and he's not going to be that viable on JP, and he's probably going to fade out very quickly, which I hope isn't the case. But in terms of what they can do, I mean, obviously in terms of the lead, this is going to bump up to like 150, maybe a bit more. I mean, a dual pure or hybrid Saiyan's lead has always been quite decent to me. On 12 key, he greatly raised attack and defense by 50% for one turn. This can easily remain the same. If they want to alter it, sure. But this is good enough as it is. The 50% attack and defense raise on the 12 key is good enough as it is. On his 18 key, again, this is good enough as it is. These are EZA details that we've seen for Gogeta, and look how good he is. Not to mention as well, the newly EZA'd, or what will be the newly EZA'd, Super Buu, the Strength Super Buu, because the Fizz Super Vegito is also getting an EZA, something for us global players to look forward to when the 8th anniversary comes around for us. He's getting it as well, which is the greatly raised attack and defense for 3 turns. Now, I mean, again, they could leave this the exact same because this is already very, very good. I mean, one alteration they can make to it is bump this up to 4 rather than 3 turns. Not that he really needs it, because he also has LR stats, and of course, the passive will be altered as well. But I mean, again, the super attack effects don't really need to be touched, in my opinion. Again, they could bump this up to like 4 turns rather than 3. Just to have like an extra, turn of attack and defense raising, which would of course make him stronger, more defense. They could do that. That would be a good idea. But in terms of what they are now, they don't really need to be touched. They're already very good. In terms of his passive, his attack and defense mainly just comes from per pure or hybrid Saiyan category on the team. So immediately the thing that we need here is attack and defense at the start of turn. They could do 100%, 120, 150, 180. I doubt they would go that high, but attack and defense at the start of turn needed. They can keep this part of the passive, especially because that's where you're going to be. It makes sense. This is kind of his whole kit, or like kind of like the gimmick of his whole kit with the pure and hybrid Saiyan things. But this is fine because the categories you're going to be running them on, I mean, if you look at it, Realm of Gods, most of them, UI Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Super Saiyan God Gokus, Blue Vegetas, SSBs, those type of things. Pure Saiyans, quite self-explanatory. Goku's family, there's a bunch of pure and hybrid Saiyan category allies. You're looking at Gokus, Bardoks, Gohans, Gotens, those sort of things. Kamehameha, once again, a bunch of pure and hybrid Saiyan category allies are on this team. Even in Legendary Existence, you're looking at Broly's and Goku's, etc. basically all of the categories he goes on, Bond of Parent and Child, by the way, a big one. Kind of all of the categories he goes on outside of just pure and hybrid Saiyan specifically have a bunch of pure and hybrid Saiyan category allies on the team. So this is completely fine. Maybe up the numbers, maybe give him more attack and defense, you know, per hybrid or pure Saiyan category allies on the team. I don't know. Or maybe he doesn't get extra attack and defense at the start of turn. Maybe he doesn't get just standalone numbers, and maybe these numbers get a big bump up, considering you're going to be running him with pure or hybrid Saiyan category allies anyway, 95% of the time. So it'll be quite interesting to see what they do with that, and if they give him just standalone start of turn attack and defense. I think maybe they could also provide him to be a pure or hybrid Saiyan support in some capacity, whether that's just flat in his passive, or if they want to add it to one of his super attacks effects, they could do that as well. High chance of hitting enemies attack, that could stay the same. If they want to bump it up to a great chance, by all means, go for it. 70% chance to dodge would be great, but 50% chance is still good. And he also has a, he also performs a critical 7 turns from the start of turn, which, again, this doesn't really need to be touched. I mean, maybe they could add an extra part of this passive where it's, you know, once that critical hit chance goes, maybe he has a percentage chance. But again, this doesn't have to be touched. You know, I would like to see this Goku. I'd kind of like to see him get the EZA treatment that Gogeta Blue has, mainly because of his super attack effects. And then not only that, mainly because he also has a 50% chance to dodge. As I said, if they bump up to 70% chance, I don't mind that at all. But then maybe also include, maybe he gets an additional if there's a pure or hybrid Saiyan category ally attacking in the same turn or something. Or maybe giving him additional as well. Because imagine if you use an 18 key, you know, you greatly raise his attack and defense by 50% for 3 turns. You know, you started raising it. You then hit an additional and get another greatly raised attack and defense by 50% in 1 turn on top of that as well on the 12 key because of a built-in additional. I don't know, man. As I said, Super Saiyan God Goku has a very, very good foundation of what they could do for his EZA. It just all depends what they decide to go for. But I'm very intrigued. You know, good dodge chance, bump up his numbers, maybe include something else in his passive. I said maybe an additional as well that would make him very good. Maybe like some type of support for pure and hybrid Saiyans as well, just because on all of the categories he's going to be going on, that's majority of the time what he's going to be surrounded with. I'll be really, really intrigued to see what they do. Because I said he has a very, very good foundation for his EZA. And even just looking at it now, because of how good the standard of EZAs has risen in the last few years, I can imagine even if they don't keep him in line with, you know, where JP's kind of power curve is right now with the 8th anniversary, I think he's still going to be very good regardless, or it's still at least very good on global for a while regardless. He would still be good on JP, but, you know, with the current meta, he'll probably kind of slowly fade out. But on global, he has a lot of time to be up there as probably one of the strongest EZAs in the game if they do it right. And definitely one of, if not the strongest EZA LR, depending on what they decide to do. But do let me know what you would like to see from his EZA, and are you excited? Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. All the support is very much appreciated. I'll see you in the next video, guys. And peace!